am Sylvia Gordon. This is the Sisters of Selling show, your most fascinating 10 minutes of the week. In this issue, we're going to talk about a proposed CMS rule change, which is not good.
As well as some new trial rights for MedSup and some changes there with timing. And stay tuned. Oh, yeah. And I'm Rebecca, the other sister.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Okay. So I think we all know that, and we hear it from all of our carrier reps.
I got documentation.
Business coming in from call centers, which we work with some phenomenal call centers. Historically, their retention is not as strong as field agent business.
So we're specifically casting shade. That's what the young people say, throwing shade.
Never heard of that.
That's what they say, throw shade. We're hating, how's the 80s word? We're hating on the big call centers. Select Quote, Go Health, eHealth.
Okay, we don't
Spring, the big gigantic
they don't
call
do a
centers.
good job.
Okay, they're the ones that are dragging us all down.
Right, that's
they're
true.
The ones that are in trouble. We've mentioned it many times on
They're
this.
the ones that
are reasons they're in trouble. So let's just say this is fourth quarter earnings report from one of the largest carriers in the country. And they said that 70% of their enrollments come through external sales, which is
like the FMO
y'all, which
right
is field agents. It means not their captive agents. And of that 70% of their sales, 50% are coming through telesales, e-brokers, call centers. So the problem there is CMS has noted an uptick in complaints.
Which would make sense because when you look at these big ones like Springer, we know that when the season is here, they're hiring a bunch of seasonal workers to come in and read scripts that really don't understand this market.
Right. So if you looked at Select Quote's Credit Suisse's evaluation of Select Quote that just came out, they said one of the big problems is they hire basically low quality agents.
People don't know the market. They've not been through the training. They don't watch the.
They have no depth of experience to draw in. So that is building complaints. So CMS noted that complaints January year over year were 3 times higher than last year. Okay. Yeah, and this carrier said that their churn rate is 4 points higher with external. Well, it's not us.
Right.
It's not us. It's the call centers.
It's the big ones.
So it's a big one.
It's the big one.
So CMS said, we got a big problem here. Because same thing last year. Complaints were up twice over the year prior. Mm-hmm. So they said, we propose some rather onerous burden on everybody.
What they're suggesting is to record every conversation with the client. So if I called you and I said, hey, Ethel, see your birthday's coming up and just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Thank you, Sylvia.
I would have to record and store that. It is an interaction with the client.
And call centers have that capability, that infrastructure already built into their model.
Right, they could do it.
But what the heck if I'm out at the kitchen table and I stop in to see Ethel and I bring her an apple pie for her birthday because it's her favorite.
I'm going to do like voice memo.
I'm going to say, hold on, Ethel.
And then what do I do with it?
Right.
It's not feasible for the field. So thank you, NAHU, that has been working on this.
And if you're not a member of NAHU, do you know what we say? Shame on you.
Yeah. You should be embarrassed if you're not a dues paying member. It's like $500 a year.
Right.
Because NAHU is working diligently to comment to CMS to say, hey,
this is not right.
We are not the cause of the problem. The call centers are creating the problem. Put burdens on them. Don't burden the field agent that's not doing this. So I'm saying that proposed rule right now, CMS is the call for comments, which all agents you're allowed to comment. NAHU is commenting. They drafted a letter to comment on behalf of us, but you are welcome to comment yourself. That's due by March the 8th, and then we find out if we were persuasive or not, if they decided what to do.
But I think the biggest takeaway from this story is you must support NAHU. You've got to be involved. If you are actively involved and this is your livelihood, which it is ours, you've got to support them. If they take all of our small voices and have one huge collective voice.
And if you do have a call center of any size, because we work with call centers that have 5 agents up to 100 agents. But I'm talking about the giant ones that are driving this problem. But if you do run a call center, you do sell over the phone, persistency. If you're not retaining your client, you're not making money. The carrier's losing money. So you have to have a retention strategy department. It has to be as important as driving that sale.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have one, call us. We can help you with that. But typically, you're not the problem. Again.
Right.
So I also want to talk about AARP MedSup.
You know, they are the largest MedSup carrier in the country.
And they have been.
And they have been
forever. They've had the most stable rates for 20 years. So I'd like to give a shout out to them.
Thank you.
They have done a great job.
And I want to say thank you for all the literature I'm getting now since I turned 50.
And they also put great free information out there on the website. I refer to their information, their blogs, a lot. But they did. Dad was mad when he turned 50 and they gave him that discount card. He wouldn't use it. He was mad.
I received a lot of mail, and that's humbling. Thank you.
Thank you.
So they've changed their trial rights on their guaranteed issue MedSup.
From MA. So you used to be able, if you didn't like your MA, the federal trial rights are 12 months. So if you're on an MA for the first time, your first time ever, and you don't like it for any reason, within 12 months, you're guaranteed to go back where you came from, or AARP would take you within 24 months, which was extremely generous.
Yeah.
Well, they changed that.
So now they've gone to 12 months, except in Maine.
So it's 12 months. So it's easy. It's the same as everybody else. But the one thing that they put out a bulletin, which I think is a little bit confusing, is that if you have to prove that your client has guaranteed issue rights,
right,
and you need documentation to prove I've been working at this employer, I'm going to prove that. If I go to your house,
I'm just going to take a picture of this,
and they won't accept a picture from your mobile devices, and that is because,
well, cybersecurity.
It's not safe. So they want you to scan it, which if you're in the home, I know agents used to carry scanners. This was like 10 years ago. That was a big deal to carry. Nobody has a scanner anymore because
everything
scan.
is on your phone.
Right. So you're going to have to take their documentation and scan it. Sometimes your clients have fax machines.
Say, ideally, you would prep them before you ever came out.
They could mail it to you so that you can scan it in your office and take care of it and bring it back to them, so you don't have to.
Just don't take pictures.
Don't use your mobile device. And if you want to email, you have to email it with their Cisco security email, because email is.
And especially what's going on right now in Europe, I'm reading a lot about just the heightened risk of cyber terrorism and security. So
you can't email
extra vigilant
unless you use secure email. Fax is by definition secure because fax is encrypted. So don't take a picture on your phone. Plan ahead if you have a guaranteed issue client with AARP, which this should be the same for all carriers. This should be the same, but AARP did put this out. And that's all I have for this issue.
All right. Good selling, folks. See you next week.